This one? Yeah, this one's on. Turn the other one on.
This is gonna be mine, and that's gonna be the one that everybody kind of pass around.
Got it. But the thing is, though, how is it gonna like pick up two mics at the same time? Like, did you test it with people talking into both at the same time to see how that's gonna work?
Well, I don't think we should talk at the same time.
I mean, yeah, realistically speaking,
Yeah.
it's like you're recording two audio tracks, essentially. But if you're recording to a phone, like, is the phone gonna actually like pick that up?
Let me pull us up on YouTube. Body tingle. We about to test it. Is that on?
Yeah, it's on.
No.
You know what I think we should do, Kwame? I think we should go to Afrofest. What do you think?
What's that?
It's a fest for Africans.
Nice. When is it?
Yes. And you might be asking, what does that have to do with the internship? It has a lot to do with the internship.
Okay.
Elaborate.
Elaborate, you know, culture, health, black health, community, you know, Africans, African Americans.
Oh shit! Look, it's me. Question.
Question.
Say something, Kwame.
What did you just do with your arm?
It's delayed.
No. All right. Count us down to talk at the same time.
3, 2, 1, go.
Hello,
My name
1, 2,
is Trenton
3.
Franklin, and
Audio clean, son.
it is.
Okay. Wow, we're like really live streamers, guys. Okay. Wow, we're like really live streamers, guys. What is this? What is this going on in the background, though?
It's ringing a little bit.
What is this going on in the background?
It's probably ringing because some of the mics are.
I don't like that.
I think it's because both are on. Let's see if it stops. Let me turn this off. Actually, how do you turn it off? 'Cause
Is it off? Now it's on, yeah, flashing probably, yeah, it's off.
it stopped. And now. Where's the transmitter?
Testing, 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 testing. Why does it sound like a horror film? Oh. I don't know. Why does it sound like a horror film? I don't know. Oh. I have no idea. I'll pull it up on my phone. See how it sounds. What up, Dane?
Hello.
What up, Damien?
How are you?
Better than good.
Yeah, about to see. Yo, 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 yo. What's the deal? What's the deal? What's the deal? Yo, 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 yo.
So is it still doing on air? Or is it still doing on air? That sounds pretty clean.
No, it's fine. Might have just been a TV thing. I don't know.
That makes sense. I mean, TV's usually don't have.
Yeah. What up, club? I feel like that's some Greek shit to say. My bad. All right, we have a community mic today as well. Where's it at? Oh. What you building today, Jesse?
I wanted to do my homework.
Oh, okay. Need to build an AI agent to do your homework.
What up, club?
Yes. 100%. That should be what you build, Jesse. An agent that does your homework for you.
Okay. Do it right too.
All right. I wonder if we'll get any more people. A couple people registered online.
What you said?
Said a couple people registered online.
Registered to be here?
Yeah, the AI club. Where's my phone at? Nice. Hello? Tight. I guess we should have texted the group earlier, huh?
He's like,
Good.
Just like the show.
All right.
You got the camera?
Hmm?
Camera's here.
D.
Why doesn't this? Is your computer charging?
What up, D? Glad you made it.
You stole the charge.
Stole your juice. Let me see if I take it out. Let's get it.
I wonder if it. Hey.
What up, B? How you doing, brother? It's good? It's work better?
No. Maybe this cord doesn't work.
Maybe the charger.
Every day in my car.
It probably just works for that. I say it probably just works for the car. That's it.
It works at this one.
One of them is broken.
So you were right.
Is that one?
Is that
Yeah.
still?
Man.
You good?
Got some insider information to share with you guys today.
Should we lock the doors and turn the camera off?
Huh? No.
I say, should we lock the doors, turn the camera off?
We live stream everything, bro. No matter what.
You know, you're the second person to tell me that today.
What?
Live stream, to get on Twitch, to start clipping shit, to put on YouTube, to put on TikTok.
Yeah. That's the way up. Streaming is the name of the game. I just do it so we can get a lot of content without taking up storage. But yeah. Yeah. How's everybody's week? Pretty good.
Eventful.
Eventful.
Very, to say the least.
Oh, damn, that's crazy. When are you going to tell your story?
You tell it down.
It's up to you, man.
So this weekend I spent the 2 days in jail, guys. What the fuck? Exactly. It was definitely not ideal. I did not expect it. Actually, so this weekend I spent the week. Yeah. Anyway, I spent the weekend in jail. I was actually headed to Hit Club, and it was wear anything except gym clothes. So I had a full-on Versace suit, like heading to this class. I got stopped, and the officer was like, "Where you going at?" I'm like, "I'm going to work out." He like, "Yeah, I'm not buying it." He ran my name. I had some previous stuff dealing with the mother of my kids. I violated a protection order because I had to go to work, and I dropped off the kids by her mom, who's a third party, and I didn't really think of anything of it. I beat the charges or whatever. That was already resolved, but the protection violations still stand. So when I got stopped, the attachment popped up for that. So he had to arrest me. So I spent the weekend in jail. And not just in like a holding tank. They actually released me to the wild, guys. Oh my God. Like I was in the tier, and it's just, actually, ironically, I ran into this kid. His name is Damian Jones. My name is Damian Johnson. And that was my cellmate, right? It was just funny, right? I was like, man, I can't make this up. So I don't want to hide behind that. I think that story definitely needs to be told, but I did not expect that to happen. There was a lot of lessons in it all. I probably needed to just kind of sit back and be in my thoughts and just be there, right? I also was able to share about AI with Damien as well. I'm serious, man. I'm telling you, man, listen. I was telling him about Lovable and how, like, whatever that idea is, you can bring it to life. He's like, what? I'm like, if you don't remember nothing about me, just know whatever you're thinking, it can come into fruition. So, yeah.
AI Club made it to county.
Exactly. So today, I just left a basketball pickup thing that we do on Thursdays. And one of the leaders, the minister, he wasn't there, so I had to, usually he kind of do like a little meditation, got some word, talk about it, and so I had to fill in. I'm just like, what do I say? I'm like, well, this weekend, this happened to me, and then somebody else like, man, hey, something similar happened. So just that story in itself kind of got some people going and was able to be comfortable sharing what they're going through. So that was cool, and now here we are at the AI Club. Mm-hmm. So.
Thank you for sharing. Yeah. No, I was uniquely connected to this because I was out with Damien the night before, and all of my stuff was in his trunk. So I'm on the phone with him. In fact, you got pulled over because you're on the phone, right?
Exactly.
He's on the phone with me on his way to Hit Club, and the cop pulls him over because he's on his phone or whatever. And he's like, "Hold on, bro, I got pulled over. I'll see you when I get to Hit Club." I'm at Hit Club. Waiting for Damien to show up. His girlfriend shows up, and I'm like, "Oh, Dame's here," but he wasn't because they didn't drive together. And then I asked her like 10 minutes into class. I was like, "Have you seen him or have you talked to him?" He's not responding to me. Like, what's going on? She's like, "I don't know. He hadn't gotten back to me." I'm like, "That's strange." Whole class goes by, still no Dame. I'm thinking he got frustrated, went back home, and like. Chill. Yeah, it's early, we was out late, whatever. And then, I text him like, "You good, bro?" Still nothing. This is like 2 hours later now. Now I'm like, okay, what's really going on? Because he has my camera, my laptop, my passport, my deodorant, like everything. My whole life is in his car. And literally the whole day goes by, man. It's like 3-4 o'clock. And I'm at Keith Lee Family Fest or Family Day with Lee, and I had just told her like an hour before. I was like, I think you might have got arrested because I literally no communication, And next thing I know, I get a call from the prison.
So I think we take our phones for granted, guys, but like situations. You need people's number.
How did you get money? They let you look at your phone?
So right before they was taking it out, I was able to write it down. I was thinking,
You're like, you're gonna have to let me know something.
So when I was able to, got a free call. But let me just call him and tell him. So Kwame was very chill and just, Kwame, he was just himself.
What was the first thing? I don't
He was
remember.
like, let me know if you need anything.
That's what I said at the end, bro.
We had a conversation before. He was like, this conversation been recorded. I was
Yeah, he
"All right,
said- he said
you know
something he
what?"
didn't need
That
to
was his
say.
way of, we got off the phone at that point. But
Yeah.
it was definitely a supportive. I felt like, my brother had my back.
Yeah.
And I just knew that it wasn't going to be for long, but it was,
Yeah. He's like, you'll have your stuff back by Sunday or Monday.
yeah.
I'm like,
So the worst part of all of that, guys, was just the booking and the getting out. Because getting out, the judge, he seen me, he looked at it like, ROR. ROR means released on your own recognizance. So when I got back, I'm like, okay, this should be, I'm like, no, we keep you for another day because you get an extra, they get an extra $105 for every day that you're in the jail.
What?
So I didn't get out until like 12:01. Exactly, like very strategically. But yeah,
yeah, if you didn't know, jails get paid for holding inmates. That's why they're so, yeah.
and I feel for those people, man. I really do. Not the
That's why
inmates,
they
of
hunt.
course,
That's
I
why
have
they
a-
hunt us.
I have a soft spot for the inmates automatically, but just the people who are dealing with these inmates, right? They're not getting paid enough. They're overworked, understaffed, just the typical story of everything, right? But you're dealing with these people who are, criminals in a sense. I know they're not guilty until they're not innocent, whatever. They're in jail, and it's like these women, and I was like, because when I was getting out, I was pressing the button in the cell, like, hey, what's going on? Nobody was answering. Nobody was answering. I'm just like, what if this guy would have just stabbed me up in here? And it took him like 3 hours, and he was like, Damien, you're rolling out. And I was like, well, about time. So I do really feel for them because they're going through something just like the prisoners and just like everybody else. But I guess it's just a job. But that's my story, guys.
Before,
Yeah.
yeah, I was gonna say, before I share about my night, did you have any ideas while you were in there?
Oh yeah, for sure, man.
Oh, they didn't tell you to acting?
What do you mean?
Like, you didn't know why you were in there?
I knew. because
No.
they-
I asked him if he had any ideas,
Yeah.
like if he came up with any ideas for like a business or something like that.
Automatically, I thought about an OS system that would allow this to be more streamlined because, like I said, the first intake and releasing is just totally it's crazy. So I was like, okay, what if we come up with something to the point where it's like, because the only thing they're doing is paperwork. But it's like if they have like 10 or 20 people to release and do this for, it just becomes a tedious task. So creating an OS system that takes the information and just drag and drop, however, just convert it into something where it's not a manual person have to input it like on a spreadsheet. So that's some of the things that I thought about. Thought about warrants, because people don't know that they have warrants on them. Like you can be. That's a great question. And if it is,
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
and
you
if
can
it
look-
is, it's like, how do you get to it? Like, what's the way to navigate that? Like today, funny story. While I jetted out of here the first time, he was like, "You gone? I'll see you tonight." And I came right back. My phone is on military time, and I got released, and he told me to be back Thursday. But on the actual affidavits that they wrote for me, it looked like it said the 28th. So I'm like, something's off about this. So I was like, let me just shoot over there because I thought it was 3 o'clock. It said 13:01. I'm like, damn. So I shot over there. He's like, no, it's at 3. So I'm like, okay, cool. But even that, like, who do I call to ask, like, do I have court today? Or like, what's going on with my situation? So like coming up with things that'll make that more
Real time.
accessible. Because so many people go through this, man.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, thanks for sharing, Dame. Anybody else on their weekend? Cool. Well, I was invited to a dinner last night. It was basically like a startup founder, like just raw conversation with stakeholders in the city. So they had JP Morgan Chase there. They had the director of entrepreneurship and innovation at Tulane. They had a couple other folks from Tulane, and then they had 6 founders. One guy has like a, what's it called? He has a whiskey company called Big Easy Whiskey. Another guy's building like these health check kiosks, like auto check kiosks. This one girl is building a tool that helps make surveys better, that gets better data from surveys. Another guy has like this AI ed tech tool, and then me. And so it's just like an open conversation about like what's going on in the New Orleans startup ecosystem and what they can do to help, basically. Like, what do we as founders experience as the challenges? And then they also had 2 representatives from the city. So they're like the director of economic development from the city and her team member. And so we're just having conversations. We're telling them, like, we started off on funding, like, as a challenge. Apparently the city has, or the city and state have a bunch of money, right? That's just kind of sitting. And it's been like, I mean, I know you know about it. Like, it's been like that for a while. So during COVID, a lot of states got a bunch of money to invest in the economy and invest in startup companies to, you know, again, just accommodate for everything that was happening. And one of the conditions of that money was that if they didn't deploy it by a certain amount of time, they wouldn't get the rest of the money. So it was like $120 million that the state got to invest in businesses. And they had to deploy half of it by a certain date. Otherwise, they wouldn't get the other half. So they got 60 million. They didn't invest 60 million into startups. So they gave it to investment firms. Like Tulane has an investment firm. Ochsner has an investment firm. There are a couple other firms like Boot 64, things like that. So all these firms got just more money into their general fund that they were investing with, but nobody's really writing checks. I've been raising money in this city now for 3 years. We've raised $550,000 in the past 3 years. 15,000 of that has come from New Orleans. But where's the money? And who are they writing the checks to? So it's really nobody. So that was the first thing that we really talked about, like, as a fundamental issue. And it's really, you know, there are a variety of reasons. Like, New Orleans investors are not really like startup investors. They're familiar with real estate, they're familiar with oil and gas, and they don't really take risks as investors. Most, like Silicon Valley people, they'll throw $1 million at an idea, you know, in one meeting, because they just understand that, like, if you get somebody who is kind of on the cutting edge of something, give them the freedom to test more, then like something comes of that. But here they're like, we got to wait until they're making $20,000 a month on repeat, or they're making $100,000 a month on repeat before we feel comfortable investing. And then when they invest, the terms are worth shit. So anyway, we shared all of that, right? And then I don't exactly remember how I got on the topic of AI, but naturally I was gonna. It's just kind of part of my thesis now at this point. I think
hard to not talk about.
It just comes out. And this was really where the dinner became really impactful. So we're talking about AI. I'm telling them about the different things that we're doing here, and they're all just kind of like, "Wait, really?" About like what AI can do right now. I was like, everything changed 4 months ago. I think if the city wants to position itself, to be a part of the next phase, like, it needs to be investing in helping people develop skills around how to use that AI. And so I'm telling them all of the things that I'm doing. And then the other founder, who the ed tech guy, just like backs everything that I'm saying. He's like, yeah, I mean, we just spent 5 years building our product, and then I just created my product in 2 days using Lovable. Like, recreated the whole thing that I've been paying these developers in India to do for 5 years. And I just did it myself in 2 days, talking to AI. And then the Tulane people were like, oh, wait, I mean, like, yeah, I know that you can code with AI, but like, is it solid? Is it tight? Is it working? Like, he's like, no, it's good. It's better, actually. And he's like, really? Because a lot of people, I think, or a lot of them think that AI, how AI makes mistakes? Like ChatGPT? Yeah, definitely. Definitely a lot of misconception. And it's a lot to evaluate, because there's new stuff coming all the time. And so I think his hesitation, his doubt was like, okay, I know it can build something, but like, it's not going to really hold up, right? It's not there yet. But the guy was like, no, it's better, like than any. And they're just like, really? And then to me, what was so like telling about that, these are people in leadership.
We don't know.
But because we are founders on the front edge of this industry, we know about it, and we're using it. And that made it clear to me that there is a huge opportunity for anybody that knows how to use these tools right now. And it's only going to exist for a certain amount of time, right? Eventually everybody's going to, well, because we keep talking about it, eventually everybody's going to know about this stuff and how to use it. But there's an opportunity to essentially position yourself as the resource to deliver that. The city, I told them about how our interns now can like submit hours or clock in, clock out. It automatically creates their timesheets and automatically sends their time sheets to the people who need to see that without the manual process. And they're like, can you set that up for us? You know? And I'm like, actually, I also built this tool called NIMS AI, and it's like a digital 311 that automates everything and turns all the reports into insights for an AI mayor. They're like, do you want a job? You know, so it's just like, we all know how to do that now. And again, there's this opportunity where if you can just position yourself as that thought leader, you can get paid to do that. And because they don't necessarily even feel like doing it, you know, depending on their role. Because then there's like a learning curve and what have you. And also the city is very under-resourced right now because whatever happened financially with the previous administration has them in a very challenging situation. So when they see and hear about opportunities or what people are doing with AI to create these tools, then they're like very interested. So anyway, I left that dinner feeling very empowered, very ahead of like the average person as it relates to AI, especially with these folks. I mean, she works right under Helena Moreno, the mayor, this lady, and again, had no idea about this stuff. So also learned that they have a youth summer enrichment or summer program where they pay up to 2,000 students $800 a month to work for companies.
Is the mayor's youth summer employment program?
Yep. I wasn't aware of it. But you're gonna have to apply. I need you to apply. But yeah, that's something that we'll tap in with.
You're trying to get in that because with the startup that's like building this product for, we're partnering with the city to place.
Nolivate?
Yeah, with Nolivate. Yeah, we're partnering with the city to place the interns for that, and they start June 1st.
Yeah, that's what she was telling me.
So like I think applications closed, but if y'all if you're
I could text her.
Yeah, right. Like but we're doing that through like the app. So point is if y'all are like, is your idea to do that like so that she can intern here?
Mm-hmm. She interns here.
Right. Yeah. But like that can get paid here.
Yeah. This summer.
Yeah. So yeah. I mean, if you want to reach out / I'm happy to like talk to them, but it would go through the app.
Yeah, I mean, you said it would go through y'all?
Yeah.
Oh, type shit.
Yeah, like it would have to, like they obviously have to approve it, but but we're doing it, for example, we were doing a demo for someone else in the city, and they were like, oh, we saw an intern that we wanted on your app, like can we get in? So we just reached out to the office that runs that, and we were like, hey, we're getting another employer on. Mm-hmm. So like I think that would be fine.
Yeah.
Because like I said, like technically the application had closed, but like if it's like a direct ask already of like,
I think
we
that we can make
person,
it
then I
happen.
think it's fine.
Yeah. And that's why we have AI Club, guys, because you don't know who is involved with what. And now she can have some money.
Right.
Probably. No guarantees.
I wanted to piggyback off something that you said, just about positioning, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, ma'am.
Positioning yourself as an expert leader in the space. Like, how do you go from where we are currently to being considered an expert? And when I mean expert, I don't mean like you know it all. You just know more than the person next to you, right? Mm-hmm. That's what I mean.
I mean, I think you posted about it. Like I said, the city called me in last Friday to discuss like their health, and they want to build like a civic engagement app. And I'm just a guy that has an app, so like he must know something about an app. So that positions me as like a thought leader in the space.
I also think it's a lot about perception.
I am now. No, for sure. No, you're right. But like, yeah, you have to create that perception so you at least get the chance, get in the door.
Yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, now I have a meeting with the deputy director of I don't even know what that means. You know what I'm saying? And so that's really how you do it. And another thing with Lovable now, with this SEO like component, where once you build something on Lovable, when you have your site created, it'll start doing like the Google ranking and everything of your product or service based on all the keywords, that based on what the service that you provide. And yeah, I mean, I think that we should all have a side hustle of creating automations for businesses. I just created an automation in like 20 minutes for this entrepreneur, like nonprofit director in Atlanta. And well, I'm doing that one for free, but they have a huge network, of other people with similar, status. And so, again, now she's gonna tell them about what we do. That took me 20 minutes, and I'm gonna charge them $500 a month just to maintain it. Something simple. We can all do that. We all know how to create automation. So I was actually thinking that today, in addition to like everybody working on whatever we've been working on, is that we all learn how to set up an automation where you turn your email, or you basically have AI scrape your email every hour and extract tasks from your emails. So that's what mine's doing right now. I think you know that already. You know about that? Okay, cool. So everybody kind of knows about that. So I think that skill in and of itself, that automation, is a very interesting one to a lot of busy people who filter through their emails all the time. And basically that's your kind of like step in the door. It's like, hey, I can set up this automation for you. They're like, wow, that blew my mind. What else can you do? And then you just kind of go from there, and we figure out the pricing, and then we all just go after the whole city.
What if we?
You can.
I was thinking, what if we like the core? Once we actually develop this, right? The AI club. I think you were talking about it already. Like you make it a thing where we all come up with something, solving a community problem, and we go out and do it and get that real world feedback and come back and kind of just.
Oh, right. That's yeah. Me and Diego were talking about that last Friday.
Because there's
Friday.
so many
Yeah,
needs.
Friday.
There's so many of them, right?
Yeah.
It just depends on what you want to tackle. There's no limit to doing it.
Yeah.
And that's kind of mind blowing when you think about it. It's like, okay, if I have all this opportunity, like what do I actually do? I think that's another pain point when it comes to this AI stuff,
what to
right?
choose.
Like, what do I do? And also just the organization. What I mean by that is I'm struggling with, I look at my feeds of like chats and my projects that I open, it's just so much. I'm just like, did I search that? But it's giving good information, but sometimes what's good information if you're not going to actually do anything with it? And sometimes it takes calories to actually read through all of this, right? So it's like, it's a task. It becomes a chore. It becomes something that you must do, and then becomes something else pops up, and then something else. And now I look back because I was going through it today, and I'm like, damn, what did I had to look up keywords, and it was like something similar here, and I went all.
Yeah, that is a task. I'm not gonna lie. I wonder if it could be easy, some feature to automate that, because that is like a task of mine. I did that same thing today.
Once again, that's a problem.
Yeah,
Priceless, but it's an opportunity.
and that's a problem of an everyday AI user.
Yeah,
Exactly.
because that's the issue. It's like AI does so much stuff now, but it also creates so much more shit for you to see and actually like figure out how to do it.
Sometimes it's like information overload, though.
Yeah, I say like recognize a few things about the moment. Again, most importantly, this is the leading edge. Us right here are the leading edge of AI in the city of New Orleans. I'm telling you right now. Like I said, we were at the Entrepreneurship Institute. Maybe I would assume that Idea Village probably has a few more people in the community that are.
I gotta figure. So yeah, because what's crazy to me is like I've heard so many more founders now like whether it's students at Tulane, founders going through like Idea Institute, or like, you know, early stage founders now that'll be like, oh, like here's my prototype that I built on something like Lovable. So I had figured like, oh, you know, the city's got to kind of know, or, you know, people that are in entrepreneurship got to kind of know like, oh, this is what people are doing. But to your point, like I think there's still such a stigma around like, oh, Lovable is great for like making a toy. But if you want like an actual product that people are gonna use, like you gotta still go to a developer, and it's like that's just not.
No, I mean, if it has to be a native app, I do think that like eventually it should be with a developer. But if it's a web app,
No, yeah, and I mean the main thing I think I said this last time, but like I'll build like basically yeah, I started similar to you where like I was building my own stuff, and then people were like, hey, I'll pay you to build this for me. And like some of those conversations, like getting over that is like, I think the biggest thing I'll say is like, AI, yeah, it can make mistakes, but like so can a developer. So it's still just about like who's behind it, right?
Yeah.
And it's like if you can kind of start to learn like what are the pitfalls or things that might mess up on, or like issues that might cause. And like honestly, even if you use something like Perplexity or like another AI to be like, what are the issues that Lovable might introduce into my app, and like how can I ask it to check for the right, like point is like you don't really have to know, but you have to know that you can't just go and tell it and it's going to work 100% of the time like offer it, right? Like you're still going to have to iterate, you know, a bit on it and like kind of generally understand, you know, some things, but but I think that people think like, oh, like now that everyone thinks they can build something, then people think that like, oh, well, what's getting built is like really bad.
that makes sense.
And it still depends. It's like, yeah, probably, you know, if you're just kind of rushing it, you don't know what you're doing. Like, yeah, you know, you might have issues. Like, there might be security risks, all this stuff.
That's that last point. That's what my main or the thing I haven't really dove into yet is around security. I think that's just because I don't know what goes into security for apps in general. Right. And so I don't know if. Like now I'm responsible for the security and the information that people are storing on this app. So how do I make sure that that's tight?
Right, and I'll say that, and Lovable has started to introduce more and more integrations for security things. So they even rolled out an update. You got to pay, but this is like high scale security. But you could pay X amount, and they're partnered with a company that'll basically like deploy a bunch of AI agents to like try to go break your app. And then tell you like, hey, these are the like issues that like in real, you know, like if you published your app and someone was trying to hack into it, like this is how they could get into it. But again, like for your average thing that you're just gonna try to build, like that's the thing too, is like at what point does that become relevant, right? Or like, you know, with some of the longer term projects I've had, like an issue can become like, you know, if a developer that like knows what they're doing is building something, like they're gonna build it in a way where it's easy to make changes to it. Whereas if you're just telling the AI like, oh, add this, now add this, like it's gonna make a bit of a mess, and it's gonna get to a point where if you want to change one thing, all of a sudden like now it's not an easy like just change this thing. It's like now actually changing that one thing is gonna break these 10 other things. But like point is like you can if you kind of start to like over time learn, you can like make sure that while it's going through, it's doing it in a way where it's like preparing for that. But again, these are all issues that like you're not gonna run into until like you're at a certain, like there's a certain amount of people on the app, or you're making a bunch of changes, or like your app is like taking off, right? So like I think that's where people are like, oh, it's good for like prototyping. But it's not that like if you want to like really launch it, you need a developer. It's just if you want to really launch it, you just got to be a little bit more careful. Yeah. Right? Like.
Yeah. Hello, how's it going? Good. Are you here for AI Club? Yep.
I know we started out a little hot.
Welcome. We did introductions and everything. So we'd love for you to introduce yourself. Right. Tell us what brought you here today.
Like, you know, if you got user info or like
children would be on there.
Right.
Okay.
I'm interested in AI. I have like my MPH in epidemiology,
Okay.
and I know that can be translated, especially with the AI field,
Yeah.
technology data.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Awesome.
what brought me today.
Yeah. Where do you work right now?
I'm a teacher.
Teacher. Okay.
Math.
Gotcha. I have my MPH as well from Xavier. Health equity though, not epidemiology. Mm-hmm. Welcome, welcome. I'm Kwame.
Diego.
Trenton.
Yasmin.
Damien.
You sure about that? We were, oh, it's Jessie.
She was saying about her.
AAC device. Oh, I was just saying, like, you guys got me thinking about what are some things that somebody would want to hack in an AAC device for children. Now, the obvious thing is getting information and being able to communicate and talk to children, but I'm trying to figure out, like, what else would they want to, like, hack and do.
Yeah, I think you can ask ChatGPT. Like, what would like a person with malintent try to hack into this tool for?
And I guess, like, how can I, well, I guess
Yeah, and then you ask, how can I protect against
Yeah.
this? How do I put up defenses against this? You know?
That's the beauty.
No, yeah, like honestly, like one thing I did, so like I'll use Perplexity, which is like just another ChatGPT type of thing for like, if I need like factual information. The point is like I went and I asked it like, oh, what are the main issues that a Lovable might introduce into an app? And then I took that back to like Claude and I was like, hey, like help me come up with a prompt to ask Lovable to assess the app based on these things. And so one of those things was security. The other thing, like I was saying, was usability. The other thing was like, so all these things. And I basically just had it just like do a deep dive into its own code. Obviously, again, it's still the AI looking at the AI. So like there might still be issues, but there are a lot of things that it catches, which again is like what's kind of annoying about AI is like it builds it, but then if you ask it to check itself, it's like, oh, actually I messed up and I did this wrong. You're like, well, that's kind of dumb, but I had it literally just come up with like and make a doc that then like I can decide, oh, is this important right now, or like,
Right.
cool, is this like, yeah, if I want it to be super secure, this is important, but also like is it worth right now like stopping what I'm building and doing something, like, so there's certain issues that I was like, okay, honestly this is probably like a fix for later, but I have it like documented, so I know like, okay, if I really wanted to make this super secure, like this is something I might want to fix or address.
To finish what you were asking me about earlier, kind of like the process of like once you build something, how do you go then validate it and turn it into like an actual product and service for people? So what we decided on Friday was that we were going to wrap AI Club in what's called a demo day. So demo days are basically like events where whatever like a founder has been working on, they get to show. It's like a showcase day for your product or service. And so I don't know if you were at the first one, you remember we had some people kind of like present their product or service that they developed like on site. We kind of like the first session was more or less like the whole thing. Like it was like, come in, this is your idea, this is how you put it together in chat and go to Lovable, and then show and tell. So every 30 days we're going to have a demo day and a hackathon. Demo day, a select group of people are going to present their product to the audience that comes that day, and then immediately following that, the attendees that also came can participate in the hackathon, where they either come with a group of people that they already want to work on something with, or they find some people there and they come up with a problem to solve. They build a solution around it, and then over the next 30 days, they're going to go through this process that Diego and I set up around the fundamentals of solving a problem using a solution that you build. And the first one is identifying the problem, and then build a solution to solve that, and then go talk to customers and let them kind of play around with and break your tool and see how they interact with it. And then you take that feedback, you modify the product until you get it to where they're just engaging with it and now they're sharing it, right? And that's when you know that you've kind of gotten to that stage where like you're solving an urgent problem for people and they're willing to use it or willing to pay you for it. And so then basically over the 30-day process, you guys will go through each step. So you'll develop your product, you'll talk to customers, you'll get feedback, you'll iterate your product over 30 days, and then 30 days later you present at demo day, and then another set of hackathon group come back in. So it's just gonna be this 30-day cycle, once a month, and we're just gonna find solutions, come up with them, and we're gonna be putting out lots of good stuff. So before we get going, I wanted to learn a little bit more about your idea. I don't know if you already had an idea or we're just kind of thinking about how you could apply epidemiology or apply AI to epidemiology. Where were you at with it?
As in like my career wise?
No. With AI and epidemiology, I know you said that was kind of like the connection that you were trying to make.
I mean, my degree's in epi,
Mm-hmm.
but I've been like in the intersection between education and you know how that goes, education, health disparities.
Yeah.
I haven't really thought too much about how I can use AI with epidemiology,
Yeah.
unless I just have to run data.
So what are you thinking about when it comes to AI? Like, how can this elevate your life or elevate what you're thinking? How can AI take you to the next level?
Okay, so the AI software that I use currently right now is Claude AI. So that helps me a lot with decision making. Like when I get offers, this is a scam, keeping me on track. Because with the MPH, you know how it's so broad and I can go on so many factors, so many trains. Claude AI would be like, this is the plan, this is what we created. Even came up with ideas I didn't even think of. Again, helps me craft like legal documents. Let's say I get myself with issues at work and it's like I didn't even know what. Go on Claude AI, there, type this, write that, do this. Makes me stand on business. Looks like I know what I'm talking about. And it saved me multiple times this year.
Okay.
But how it could elevate, so I know that AI has been around, but like the government is now adopting AI, so I know there's opportunities opening with AI. I know Trump is opening something with AI businesses starting in June. How it could elevate me, I could start going into the AI world. Possibly, maybe, even if I go to law school, be in AI compliance, whatever that's called. That's kind of where I am with AI.
Got you. Let's back up just a little bit. Outside of like AI, I guess what like are you passionate about, or what? Like what are you aspiring for outside of where you are now?
What I'm aspiring for? I'm aspiring to be an entrepreneur.
Okay. How come?
How come? I have a strong personality. While being down here, I've noticed that I butt into heads.
Say that again.
I butt heads with a lot of people.
Okay.
They have an old thinking, I have a new thinking. It's like, okay, I have to learn how to step back, keep my ideas for myself, let them do what they do, learn, and then I will branch off.
I see.
Been in plenty of those situations, and then I started an LLC 2 years ago.
For what?
Like social media brought consulting. I haven't done the consulting yet, but just going around taking pictures. Look at me at this place, or I'm traveling. So entrepreneurship in those senses, like I go to a place, I record myself.
So like right now, a content creator.
Yes, that's it.
Okay. Content creator. Have you made your first piece of content yet?
I have. I haven't got the partnerships yet.
Okay, that's fine. Got you.
But I've been making them.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be more consistent. Now that school's out, I can have so much time to do things.
Speaking about, I asked about positioning, he was like, well, post about it. Right? So you're already doing that to position yourself as an expert in the space of content creation.
And again, AI helps me with that too, because you just can't create any willy-nilly type of content. Claude AI, like, what am I trying to do? I make the content. What kind of music should I use? And then I will actually prompt the question. It will prompt me, what am I trying to convey? What is the message I'm trying to do? Then it'll pull up X amount of artists. I'll look them up like, oh, I would never even thought of this song. That's how I use AI too.
Yeah. Very cool. Very cool. All right. So, Let's do this. I kind of have another product that I want to build today.
I just can't go on.
I want you to get a rep with this because I want you to see what's possible with AI right now beyond the way that you're using it right now. The way that you're using it right now is great, and I use it that way. Everybody in here uses it that way. But there's a new, relatively recent, like within the past 3 months or so, 3-4 months, a new use case for AI,
Really?
which is AI can code now as good as, a good coder right now.
I heard that how they're replacing coders.
It's begun. It's not there yet. I don't think all the way, but it's on its way. So if you ever had like an app idea, or like a little like issue that you deal with that you wish an app exists for that, I think we should spend some time today coming up with a tool and see if we can build it really quickly so that you can just see what's possible and see then if your mind comes up with new possibilities for what your entrepreneurship might look like. Cool. Sounds good.
Question.
Yeah.
Maybe you can help with this. So with Lovable, I think you were speaking on it earlier how some people look at it like a shiny object, right? So, and you're constantly saying about the coding aspect of it, right? For a person who's not into coding and a person who sees what Lovable can do, how do you, or what's the tangible benefit of having Lovable in your back pocket? Like far as, okay, I know I can make a website, I know I can make an app, but like, what does that do for us positioning wise? Because I look at websites as like, this is my flag in the ground, I am here. As far as like making money from the website, how do you go from idea, Lovable, app, marketplace?
Yeah.
I mean, are you saying like making money off of your own website or making money off of making websites for people?
Making money off of the idea, like the overall impact that I want to create, right? So how do I use Lovable to create the staple, but also, I guess that's probably where the confusion comes in at. Because Lovable is just doing its job for us, coding and making the website for us. The idea, execution aspect.
Yeah, like, and that's a bit of, I think what we were talking about Friday is like,
There's a gap.
right, and like I think same way that, like the way I treat Lovable is as the co-founder and as a developer, but the point is like, and what I mean by that is like when I'm telling Lovable what to do, I'm not just saying like,
Tell your co-founder what to do.
right. Well, but like basically, like I'm not saying like, oh, just build this. I'm like, this is the problem. Like for example, we have the app, but we're struggling to get people past this page. I don't just come up with an idea like, oh, if we had this button, this would help, and tell it, add this button. I tell it, we're struggling to get people past this page. The idea I have is that we could add this button, but like, because then the point is like when it implements it, it'll kind of do it in a certain way. So I'm saying that for the context of like, I think Lovable will, if you're positioning the problem, like help kind of fill some gaps and obviously help build it. But in terms of like, how do I make money with this? I think what we were talking about this on Friday was like some of the people that came last week, that's kind of where they were at. It's like, hey, I have all these things I'm involved in. I have all these areas like, but ultimately what I want is like some passive income. Lovable is not gonna just on its own give you passive income, right? Like you still kind of need to come up with like a good business model. You still kind of gotta, like the SEO stuff is great in terms of Google ads and stuff, or placements and stuff like that, Google rankings. But, if you still want to be running ads or marketing campaigns, like point is like you're still gonna have to run the business or build an app that will run your business. But it on its own, in the same way that like, for example, like with my startup, when we paid developers, at the end of the day, if the startup did well or didn't do well, they're like, we built you the app. It's on you to go make the money, right? Like they're not gonna tell me, hey, this is a bad business model. You're not gonna make money this way. This is what you should do. They're just like, you're telling me to build this, that's what I'm gonna build you. And like Lovable is that same way, right? Like if you tell Lovable, build me an app that does all of these incredible things, but no one's gonna pay for it. Lovable will build it, that doesn't mean it's gonna make you any money, right? And so that's where some of what Kwame was saying, like, then you get into that process of, which is like the startup process of like, okay, cool, I built something based on an assumption that I have that people have this problem. then you have to validate, like, is it a problem that people have? And if it is it significant enough that they're willing to pay or willing to change what they're doing today to solve that and start using your tool? And then you can start to figure out, like, okay, cool, if that is, then, like, am I charging them? Am I charging other people for them using it? Am I, like, then you figure out how you can monetize it.
Right. So in your case, right, there's an existing tool, right, and that people are using. So you built another tool that ideally serves the same function, and one way you could approach it is, hey guys, I have this tool, you should use this. They're gonna look at it like, oh well, I don't know, like it looks the same, whatever, I'm okay. A better approach would be asking them currently what are their challenges with it, and you as a user already know a lot of the insights. So that's like an advantage that you have as kind of like a user, someone who deals with that problem. So you can lean on that to start. And then so now the next step is basically, the next step is going to be validating that. So you're one data point. Not saying that your data is, like, you as a data point is invalid, but you're one data point, right? You need to go share with other people who didn't just put, all their time and thought into putting this together, who have no stake in this product, and also maybe don't even know you that well, right? Because people who know you generally aren't going to try and hurt your feelings when they look at your product. So yeah, you just need to get it in the hands of people who are in the industry as well, who are using this. I mean, even the kids, and then you're just gonna observe and get feedback, and then you're gonna take that feedback and modify the product and put it back out there. Same people, different people, get more feedback, and then eventually something is gonna stick, and then you'll start to see it spread. Say that again?
I tested on one kid.
Okay.
He thinks it's crap.
What did he say?
He didn't say anything. He just like looked at it, played with it. He was like, "Why isn't it having sound right now?" We put a bunch of other buttons, and then he pressed the speak button. He was like, and then he put another device and was like,
You gotta document this.
He talked to me on the other device.
The original one? Like,
yeah, one of the original ones. So they like.
Recording him while he was doing this?
Actually, I did. I sent it to you. I just took some notes.
And yeah, no, that's good. You're already doing it, right? You're literally already doing it. I think it would be interesting, where it's formidable to like document that as like your content, right? So a lot of times people wait until they have like the finished product and start marketing it as a tool, but you can just show your whole process. This is me building another ACC tool, right? And here's my first attempt to see if they like it. Now it'd actually be hilarious.
Right.
Like, I'm sure it's gonna be funny when we see it, but like, and then here's trial 2. And then eventually they like it, and then people are following your story, and then they are at least curious enough to try it out. Because what actually, let me get this board. What you want to happen is for people to get into what's called the hooked model. Anybody familiar with the hooked model?
No.
No? Okay, so there's this book called Hooked. It's the only book I've read over the past like 8 years. So it's a really good book. Okay. There are 4 components.
Is this Amazon or like AWS or something?
Who? No, it's somebody out of Stanford. Let me get that marker over here.
Oh, Lovable, Lovable.
Okay, I was looking it up and I was like,
It's like a little pink and purple heart.
yeah.
Yeah.
Build apps.
I can't tell you how many ads I saw of that on Instagram before I even, it had been like a month and a half worth of,
Lovable ads?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
before I even clicked, man.
Because I think they do a really good job of marketing for like the average person. Whereas like there's other tools that do it, like do what Lovable does in some ways, but they market themselves very like technically. So they're like, oh, build software, build that. Like whereas Lovable is just like, they'll run ads and they're like, here's this 5-year-old kid that built something, or like here's this mom that, like they're like, the whole point is like anyone can start doing something about their ideas.
Are they still a public company? Are they?
They're still are they a public company?
Yeah. Are they still private?
they're still private, but they're like last year they're like the fastest growing. They in like a year were valued at like over $1 billion, like $4 billion.
That's ridiculous.
They hit the stock market.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. So this is the hooked model. Okay. So there are 4 steps. The first step is trigger, right? So you see something that makes you aware of a product or service, and it, gets your attention enough for you to take an action. Okay. So you see an ad, you click on the link to that ad and you explore the product, right? First step, trigger. Second step, action. Third step, reward. So you had an expectation going in on some level, and that expectation was fulfilled in a positive way, right? There are a couple types of reward. There's like standard reward where it says like, if you do this, you'll get this reward. And when you do that, you get that reward. And that's great for a minute, but after a while, that kind of gets boring. Those products don't typically stick because again, we just like variety as human beings. So there's this additional type of reward called variable reward. So variable reward is basically when you get a trigger, you take an action, and then you get a reward. But then you get the trigger, you take an action, and then you don't get the reward. And then you get the trigger, take the action, and then you get a reward again. But now you're like, well, sometimes I get a reward, sometimes I don't. And that's really what keeps you really hooked on certain products. So social media is literally variable reward. Every time you swipe, maybe you see something you like, maybe you see something entertaining, maybe you see something educational, and you're just gonna keep swiping. We spend hours a day on these products. This is what they've tapped into primarily with the feed in particular, or the story. Variable reward. You might see something or that you wanna see. The fourth stage is where things get really sticky, and stickiness in a good way, like where like people get hooked and they're reluctant to leave products, right? So investments include things like, I've put all of my information in this product, right? Let's say like all of your bank information is with this particular product, and that's what you're comfortable with, or your entire profile feed is an investment. You put data, you put pictures, your whole history of since 2012, since Instagram came out, is on Instagram. It's gonna be really hard to leave that because it's all there, you put a lot into that. So investment is really what makes it, again, hard for people to leave products. And the part of the challenge as a founder is getting people to leave the current way that they solve their problem, right? That they've already invested a lot of time into, that they've already gotten a lot of reward out of. You have to interrupt that on some level with something better, okay? Because eventually, once this cycle is on autopilot, the trigger is no longer external. Like, you don't even have to, do you have to look at anything to open Instagram? You just open that shit. You just open it, right? So eventually the trigger becomes internal, and that's, again, how you build habit-forming products. Now, we're building habit-forming products for good. We're not just trying to have people doom scrolling all day. But we're going to take some insights from these theories and apply them to what we're doing. So again, this is the challenge of anybody creating something that's solving the same problem that another product already solves, that especially if it has like great scale within the industry. Still an opportunity, right? Because oftentimes, especially like products that like are the standard and everybody uses them, those are sometimes the biggest opportunities, because that company feels like it's protected, like no one's gonna disrupt it, right? Same like taxis, hotels. The hotel industry should have came up with Airbnb, not 2 kids, right? Same thing with Uber. Taxi industry, somebody in the taxi industry should have came up with that. Always be trying to put yourself out of business, but they're never thinking about that. They just try to change laws to make it to where you can. Yeah, they cheat. So, okay. You're trying to interrupt that right now with that kid. He's like, I like this. I use this. This is crap. Have a great day, But you're gonna try again. And eventually, you're gonna create something, some feature within that tool is going to get him here. And then I would also get curious about what you can create for them here. So I would almost evaluate the current product that's on the market that people use a lot, right? And find out like what is the trigger that gets people on there. The trigger is probably just like, this is the standard that everybody, don't worry about it. This is the standard one that everybody uses. That may be the general trigger for that product, right? And that's probably the case. That's just like,
Yeah. So there's multiple ones, and depending on your insurance determines which one you can afford.
okay.
He actually doesn't have a device. He steals other people's devices. I don't think I'm not sure if either his mother doesn't have insurance or like if she just doesn't really care. But he wants to communicate with us, so he'll take someone else.
Now seeing to get your hand. Okay, so sales probably. I think that probably has a lot to do with it as well. So find out what the trigger is. Like you need to understand that business as much as you possibly can. They use the tool, that's the action that they take, and then they get the reward. So they like the experience. You need to find out what they like about it. Now it's gonna be challenging in your situation because they don't talk to you. So get creative for sure. And then find out if there's any like element of like being able to save certain things a certain way within that tool where they can like arrange it in a certain way that they like. If that doesn't exist, maybe that's an opportunity to create something that they can personalize for your tool, you know?
Like maybe like a skin around,
Say that again.
like personalizing how their device like looks on the interface.
Yeah.
Like a skin, like maybe I can
That-
maybe I can like personalize the color.
That's
or,
not something
like,
that exists right now?
No.
Yeah, that's a very simple one and something that they could do. Or like maybe they want the Apple button up here and the banana button down
And
there.
it's also really hard to only speech pathologists program the devices. It's kind of hard to do that. So I was gonna create a feature where like the teacher, the speech pathologist can like program something, and like the parent can program something into the device.
What's the advantage there?
I'm sorry.
Say what's the advantage with like?
It's just hard to program it. So like if you're at home and maybe the child wants to go outside to the backyard, or maybe they want something specific like a popsicle, and the device doesn't show here's a popsicle. You as the parent can take a picture of it and put it into the device easily without you asking the.
That doesn't exist
speech-
right now?
No, it doesn't.
Oh, that's huge.
The speech pathologists do it. They know how to set it up, but like
So-
parents
so-
don't and teachers don't.
Why don't they know how to? Like they know how to set it up on the device.
The speech pathologist.
They know how to add customizations on the device.
I guess they just don't teach everybody. I don't know, because I don't even know how to do it. I'm not gonna lie.
Right. And then you gotta always go through the speech pathologist.
Is there like a
because they are not always at the school. Like they come different days.
is there a reason for that?
I will ask. I can ask tomorrow if there's a reason for that.
Yeah, just ask out of curiosity.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like typically the better way to go about it is like just do it.
Yeah.
And then if somebody, says stop, then like say what's going on, as opposed to like going, oh, is this allowed? Nah, you do kind of have to like break rules safely as an entrepreneur sometimes.
I think like a quick thought too on the invest point, or like breaking that for someone else, right? Like with this example is like, if you can make it so what they invested can easily transfer to what you have, right?
Yep.
So like, for example, like I was using Chat GPT, and like this is the first time I've ever done this, but like I switched off of it when, I don't know if y'all had seen the whole thing, not to get into this rabbit hole, but like between Anthropic and the government and then OpenAI. Point is, I was like, I'm gonna switch to Claude, but I was like, damn, Chat has all of my memory.
Yeah.
And like, I'm not about to start new conversations with Claude and have to tell it things that like Chat already knows about me. Like that's like so much of what it got me invested and kept me invested. But I looked up a video, and there's a way, like Claude lets you import memory, right? So it's like, okay, it doesn't matter to me that I actually invested all this time with ChatGPT because I can just import it into the next thing, right? So like same thing, if right the kids have certain mappings or certain items, certain things in their existing like tool, if there's a way for your tool to just take that same mapping somehow, or like if you make even if you're doing it manually to start, just
You can
if
take a
you're
picture.
like right, if you're like,
Or
hey,
scan this.
hey, you don't have to lose everything that you have by switching to my tool. It changes the conversation. Right.
You're like pretty much, you're not copying it, but you're more modeling and enhancing what you already have. So using what already exists to just once again elevate, right? Which is really
Right, and because people are lazy, right? Like, so it's like the whole thing about the investing is like if I already spent all this time learning how this works, putting all my info in, right? Even like I tell founders this all the time, but when they're like, oh, we want you to fill out profile data, I'm like, is there any way you can link to like Instagram or something that it'll just import the data? Because the less information that, like, if you want someone to use your app and it's like, hey, before you use my app, I need you to fill out your name, I need you to fill out a bio about yourself. That's like, I don't even know if I want to use your app. I don't want to spend 5 minutes filling out my information. But if it's like, hey, just type in your Instagram and we'll pull that info, or type in, or like, same reason I won't use, like, even if Apple Music came out with a wild deal or promo, I'm not switching off of Spotify because Spotify knows my music habits. But if Apple Music was like, hey, we'll import your playlist, for example, or your like songs, then I'm like, okay, cool, I'll consider it because I don't got to rebuild everything from the ground up.
That goes back to what I was telling y'all earlier about the jail situation, right? It's like so much information that they have to do and do it manually. So if there was a OS where we could just pull and just copy paste opposed to, because that, even like you were saying, that'll get me off of a site, or if you are providing free value, they have all these promos and like enter an opt-in page. If it's already synced, only thing I have to do is just press OK, and
Right.
all of my stuff is there. I'm more inclined to stay. But if I have to like physically think about what email I want to use,
Right.
it's like I'm gonna keep on going.
Right.
So there's a need, right?
Right.
And it's not just in this industry; it's broad.
Right.
Yeah. Trent, let's you want to spend a little time on your product? Yeah, where you at with everything right now?
I'm simultaneously working on like 4 things technically.
Balls.
But basically, I've made a business operations center for my photography business to like track clients' workflow, that kind of stuff. And I've also made a like kind of learning dashboard because I trade in the stock market. So I made a platform for me to like track my progress there too. That's pretty functional. I use that today actually. But I made the biggest one that I've made so far it's called POW, and it stands for Party on Wheels, and basically it's made to be a middle ground between roller skating event organizers and like people who want to like get into roller skating, because roller skating in the community is kind of niche. Like if you're not in it, you don't really know like how big of a community it actually is. But there's like skate parties that happen in Barcelona. There's skate parties that happen in Paris. There's skate parties everywhere. So it's like, and then that's not even included like just the ones in the U.S. Like most major cities in the U.S. have a roller skate party. Chicago, Jersey, Houston, Dallas, Florida. Like most places that have like large congregations of people have their own roller skating parties. So like if you don't know the people who are organizing it, or don't know somebody who's been to it before, you really wouldn't know how to like get in contact with it or even like find out about it. So what I'm making is essentially like it almost mimics like Eventbrite, where the roller skate organizers can go there, list their event on it, have like hotel information, flight stuff, the dates, the itineraries, all of that. And then it's also, so people who want to like go to it can go there, find everything they need to know, buy tickets, all of that. But also like roller skaters, so there's like skate fluencers per se, who have like, specialty skills or specific styles that they can teach to people. And as a skate fluencer, you can go there and host yourself on the site and host your classes or like your private lessons, whatever, like all of that. So that's what it is. POW is made to like be like Eventbrite, kind of like, yeah, that's essentially the idea. And I'm still kind of working on it. Still, I actually like last week I just sent it to one of the event organizers that I know personally, and I had him kind of play with some things. So working through that right now. But
You got some feedback from it?
yeah,
Good. What I would say, like the first thing I thought, like as you're explaining, like the vision, is I would focus on solving one pain point first. Obviously, this is something that can become a platform that like it serves a lot of needs, but I would focus on one pain point first, which I think is discovery, right? If you, of like where the events are, where the parties are. There is an opportunity to like partner with the host to, you know, put their stuff on there, or, so one thing that we've done in our new Bear Connect app is we dropped our Luma link into like our app backend, and every, I don't know, hour or so, the new Bear Connect app is scraping our Luma page for events. And so now the feed of events that are happening at Bear Connect are automatically populated to the new Bear Connect app without us having to like have an event organizer added. So create an agent that literally its job is to scour the entire World Wide Web for skate parties all day. And then so your tool becomes the discovery tool for all events related to skating. Yeah, that's, again, they can still have it to where they can add it manually, you know, because it might miss some, but like get an agent that's like really, really cracking on that. Now, how do you create an agent to do that? I don't know.
I was just about to say, yeah, so that's the next question.
That, you know, the next, we need to do like a specific workshop on creating agents, because I actually don't even know how to do, well, I mean, I may have already done it, but I don't even know that that's what I've done, but I know I haven't done it with Claude, and I want to do it with Claude.
Yeah, I haven't done like agent creation with Claude, but like, I mean, something like that you could still do on Lovable using like Firecrawl. I think they have like an integration that'll basically like crawl sites and stuff. Yeah, I've only messed a little bit with like Cloud Code and stuff, but I think, no, but that would be good to like just do that. I mean, because honestly, like a lot of this stuff, it's like, it's really just like starting to mess around.
Yeah, right. Yeah, we'll just do a whole like day of AI
Yeah.
Club on that.
Agent day. Like,
Agent day, yeah.
That was the next question I was going to ask about. And honestly, we don't know how to do it. Yeah, well.
Yeah, because the product that I actually want to build is basically like an agent deployer. So everybody, on whatever it is that you're dealing with. So specifically, like it's going to be called Avalo, and Avalo, the premise of that company, of that brand, is to break down barriers between people and what they need, break down barriers between people and their potential. And our systems, and due to like, you know, the inequities and everything, like make it challenging. But there are like resources and tools available for people to tap into, but there's a whole process involved in like getting food stamps, for example, or there's a whole process involved in all of this stuff. And so if somebody could just go to a tool and type in their challenge, and then an agent is created that then goes and fulfills that for them. It emails the person on their behalf, the person emails them back. It's like, you need to actually talk to this person, and they need this information from the individual. Okay, cool. Get that information from the individual. They take that information, email the person they need. So then it's just doing all the work for you, and then eventually what you need shows up at your door. And I don't know how to create an agent yet, though.
Just think about, this is what came to my mind, right? Because a lot of, when people throw events, they need people to like be temp servers and workers. I haven't had one to this point, like form. I was like, this is the event I'm throwing, these are the job titles that I need to get done. How about I go fishing at this site to see if you already have some pre-made agents in place who can just step in and on this task that I need to go off the big old event.
Well, for like physical tasks?
No, not for, I'm
Oh.
just using that as a metaphor.
Yeah,
Just
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Project manager, right? I need this, I need this, so opposed to hiring talent to actually do it. you have these agents, and their job is purely to do this.
Mhm.
Get tired, they go get the job done.
Mhm.
Having a form.
Yeah.
Like,
That's a cool idea.
and like Discord has like what are called Discord bots. I think like it's like a very similar model of like it's kind of like a marketplace
Yeah.
sense of like anyone can build whatever Discord bot, but and then you can and like a lot of people will build it. For example, like with my last startup, when we shifted to Discord, we were building Discord bots for our community. But at a point, we realized like, oh, well, we can just make these open, and we don't have to be marketing for people to come into our community because we can just go to other communities and be like, hey, we built a bot that does this, we built a bot that does this, we built a bot that does, you know. And the point is like, yeah, it's basically like it could be everything that like you might be having an admin in Discord manage like, oh, post daily, you know, something to engage or whatever. There's probably already a bot out there, so you just look it up like, oh, where's my Discord bot? And it's usually like you just invite the bot into your server, right? So like a similar type of model where it's like, oh, I just invite them into whatever my workflow. Like if you just need that connection to be like super simple or super accessible to them, basically just like.
Yeah. Nice. All right. What you got? You just heard us all talk about a bunch of ideas. Any simple idea that you want to try and build?
I guess I'm in the process of flushing out.
Yeah. Where you at? What you got right now?
Remember I told you I have my TikTok account?
Mm-hmm.
So now that I'm making the content creation, what am I actually creating? What am I doing? I got inspired because I like to travel a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And then like the name is Perfide 24/7.
It's what?
Perfide.
Perfide 24/7.
I use Latin because I was looking at some of the other business models. I like to use Latin, like the language of the banks, money. So I just went with a Latin name. It means like clever.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason why I named that was because I am clever. I find myself in a lot of interesting situations. I get out. And then I have people ask me, hey Daniel, how did you get connected with that person? So you had a situation with A, B, and C. How did you do this? How did I even move to New Orleans? So that's why I gave it that name. But yeah, I'm in the process of just flushing it out. What am I actually doing? I need to be more consistent. I have all these ideas. I take pictures, videos, but then why are they not being executed? And I'm flushing that process out and basically stop overthinking it. That's the process where I'm at right now.
What if like you solve your own problem? Again, I don't know if this is something that AI can do, but I really start thinking that AI can do everything now. What if like AI connects to your camera roll and just automatically suggests posts for you? Like it curates a few of your most recent pictures, because you said you're taking pictures and videos all over the place. What if it like just automatically pulls from your camera roll some stuff, and then you can delete some things.
So
Like that would
use AI to look at my pictures, look at my camera roll.
Look at your camera roll and then curate a post.
I didn't even think about that. Look at my camera roll.
Yeah. So we're gonna try that.
Yeah. Because I already do something similar to that with CapCut.
Termite. Right, but it's still a manual process, right? You gotta like pick the
I
one.
still have to choose the photos and then CapCut. What do you think? How I should edit this? And they boom.
That would even be a possible approach where like it just automatically populates the CapCut AI
And that
autocut.
prevents me from having to go and pre-select.
Well, no, this is preventing you from pre-selecting right here.
Oh, so I
It's gonna look at your camera roll. You're gonna integrate it with your camera roll somehow. Again, I don't know how that would work.
Okay.
And then it's gonna just maybe you can say do it daily if you're taking pictures and stuff daily. Give me one post a week, or whatever you want to set the parameters to, and then it picks the content for you. It takes that step off of you. It chooses the pictures and stuff in your roll for you. Yeah. You have an idea? What you got?
So I'm really big on with
Mm-hmm.
and it's tailored to women of color.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you should. You got that in chat right now?
Well, yeah.
Tell it to create a prompt for lovable. Yeah. All right. And then let's go to chat and tell them to create that for you, or create a prompt for lovable for that too.
You said do what?
Go to ChatGPT and describe this function to it and say create a prompt for lovable.
See, I'm coming out with new apps now to use. I haven't used ChatGPT in a minute. I've been using Claude.
Well, you could use Claude too.
Yo, bro, freaking Claude. I tried to like apply for Claude, and I guess it flagged my like application, so I gotta figure out like.
Well, you have to apply.
I tried to like register whatever, and then like suspended my account. Or some shit.
Oh, what? That's so weird.
What's a Claude AI? Is a regular Claude AI? How did you get?
Hello, I like your
Like when you sign in, it just like tells you
nice.
like.
You know what?
So you look nice.
It's computer stuff at this
I
point.
know, yeah. And that's the issue. Like we're so like.
Still
it's
nobody
great,
paid you?
We're also so dependent on it. And then it's like,
Yeah, on your site. Did you ever create a Stripe account?
What is the Wi-Fi for this place?
You didn't already have a bank account.
Connect or
very
private?
private. I think it's find your community. It's on the board right behind you. It's like chalkboard. I think it's fine.
So you're an untrustworthy person.
I like how it has not hidden.
Yeah.
It doesn't have anything like snazzy. They went to one coffee shop here. They try to behave like they're in New York City. I was like, I'm in the
Like
world.
it's really not that.
What's the
Be right
password? XOXO. What? I'm like, what? And it's
Yeah,
XOXO.
Like my
Love
idea.
Go.
Right.
You silly. You didn't do what I said.
I
I was
see.
like, I didn't
you're
come
in my
here for all of
business.
that. Y'all in the world. What do you-
Okay, well, this is what I originally put though.
So do you guys usually meet every Thursday?
Sorry, I don't know what that's.
This is only my second time coming,
yeah.
but I think
Lord,
we're
have
doing
mercy,
it
I
once
don't know how to
every 2
work my
weeks.
computer.
And then this is the first time that it's like.
Well, I was asking at first if there's
I think
something
the idea
like
is
that
to do it
already
back to back.
exists. But
Okay,
they were
that's a good
saying
thing I
there's a need
actually came.
of like
Because
all
I've
of
been
it
hearing
in
about the
one
Bear
app,
app
like
too.
there's
Like
variations.
Nola Run,
Yeah.
Nola Miles, and all that stuff. And I'm like,
Yeah, we're gonna see.
me actually down.
Yeah. No, it's good. Yeah.
But does it like take a while to generate?
Very
It's gonna take. It's gonna take a cool 5 to 10.
What? That's good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what do you ask me to do? Say go on Claudia.
Yeah, watermelon 10 out of 10. Watermelon. All right. I think you're onto something, Yasmin. I think you're onto something.
I want to create daily posts.
Look.
Your account is on hold. What?
What is this?
I never. Clyde put his account on hold.
What you did?
I ain't do nothing.
Okay.
I haven't ever.
That's what Dame said. All right, what's up? What about your payments?
Create daily posts to make
The payments are kind of linked at this point, but not like completely linked.
What does that mean?
It means that it shows on the website that the payments exist, but
Oh, hey, that's great.
It is. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I've really
We're
never.
recording.
Did you request a review or do whatever?
Yeah, live streaming.
you in?
No, I'm not
Oh.
yet. I'm still.
Some of it's instant.
Yeah.
the payments are kind of set up, but it's not like all the way processed.
But yeah, I also do want to get off chat because I'm done with chat and stuff. But like I even when I was making a Claude, I went to chat and downloaded my dad.
Yeah,
Thinking
right.
that Claude was just fine. Yeah,
Right, oh yeah,
it's
you
smooth,
import it, yeah.
It's like, no.
Y'all making me so happy I broke up with chats a long time ago.
Doing
Yeah,
it.
no, I
You just told it that?
Yeah, whenever that shit was coming out. I'm surprised a few months ago.
So you're the one that be using all my credits.
But but I switched over to Claude.
Have y'all tried Grok AI?
No. I really only use.
Okay.
I used to only use chat, and then now I use Claude and Perplexity.
What's Perplexity?
Let's figure out payments.
What's that
I
like?
downloaded
My
it.
understanding is it like it'll use different models. So sometimes it might use Claude, sometimes it might use chat, sometimes it might use.
So it's like the
Gemini.
ultimate.
Yeah, it's
search
kind of
engine
like
all
so. There's
AIs.
like
Very
sort of, like
good.
there's different like Lovable, for example, works the same way. Where like Lovable doesn't have their own like actual model. They built like a wrapper, and so what it does is like based on what you ask it, it'll be like, oh, the best model for this is gonna be Claude. The best model.
You
for
should
it is
probably go to
Chat.
you
Like,
should
don't
probably
know it's
talk to
doing all
parents
this.
the
Like, you just
most.
think you're talking to it, but on the back end, it's actually deciding like, oh, this is a question that Claude is gonna be better to handle. This is a question that Chat's gonna be better to handle.
That is.
But what Perplexity does too is it has like
Definitely try it
more
with
accurate, up-to-date, research
kids
on the
for
internet.
sure. But
So,
I would
like, don't know
go
if
to
y'all see this,
parents.
but like I'll go
'Cause
into
do
Claude or
people
Chat
pay
and
for
I'll be
these
like,
devices?
Hey, I'm trying to do this on Instagram and it's not working, and it'll be like, oh, click this button on this page, and I'm like, that button's not.
How
on
much do
that
they
page.
cost
Like,
by
this doesn't
themselves,
exist.
and then how
Right,
much?
like Perplexity will like actually tell you the right thing. Nine times out of 10. It'll be like accurate, up to date, factual information. Whereas like, I don't know if it's
It
just
is
like
a
they're not
software.
research, like they're
It is
not-
a
No, I
software.
ran into these issues where I'm trying to do stuff on my phone. Ask
Yeah.
Claude AI, and then like press this, go to the right.
Okay.
But this,
It's not there.
And
Like,
it's a
the button is
subscription?
not- Like you're
Oh my
describing a
gosh.
page that
It's
does
a
not
one-time
exist.
fee.
So I'll use it for stuff like that. If I need like help
How much does
thinking through an
insurance
idea,
have to
or like
pay
coming
for
up
it?
with a plan, or like anything that's more like that type of process, that's when I'll use Claude. But if it's just like, oh, I need actual information, then typically I go to Perplexity. Or if I need like deeper research, I'll go to Perplexity.
it's okay.
And I don't, and for example, like I pay for Claude, but I don't pay for
Yeah, find out how much.
I pay for Claude too.
because I use Claude
And how much
a
they're
lot.
billing?
I use it for like bigger things.
Because
Since Perplexity
yeah,
has,
that's
like,
a really good business model is when insurance will pay for your product.
So I'm coming out here with some gems. They already think I'm on fire.
There are paths to getting that.
I'll use Claude AI. I'm in a situation I
Because
didn't even know was
I have
a
a
problem.
feeling that it's not cheap.
How should I type this
Right.
letter?
Right.
How should I stand on business and Lord, it'll come
But
up with
it's
it, I'll
needed.
craft it up
Right,
within
There's a pocket
within
of
couple
parents that'll pay
handshakes.
for it.
right.
And I'm like,
themselves.
okay, all I did was type this problem. Let's stand on
People
it.
don't gotta know, right?
Accessible.
Like this is the power of it. It's just
Right.
like I didn't. That's not what I wanted to do, but okay, yeah.
Right.
What's number one in productivity? Because Claude is number 2 in productivity. Gemini is number 3.
I haven't used them.
I wonder if ChatGPT is
It's
number
probably
1. I wouldn't be surprised.
I got off chat because every minute you're trying to use it,
Yeah.
it's like, oh, sorry,
Yeah, I
it's
think
too
it-
full. You have to wait your
Yeah.
turn.
Oh, really?
That is when I
I
said,
wasn't getting that issue, but
that's why I said goodbye chat. Nobody was using Claude. Let me go to Claude.
no, yeah. No, I hadn't gotten that issue. No, like I said, like I've never done this before, but I switched off of it more because of like
she's not looked into any of
it was some
stuff
shit
she
like
wants it, you know.
with like a government contract and what they were doing and stuff, and I was like, you know what, like I'm not.
Expensive, they would want
But
one, so you can see it.
but I think a lot of people did switch over. And
Wait.
so Claude.
Oh, so it's an app, but it's also a
It was
device.
like a month where Claude's quality severely dropped so much that like Anthropic came out was like, oh yeah, we're sorry that we weren't. Basically, like they had released an update and they didn't realize like there was some issue or something. But it's just like they just weren't prepared for like so many people to flood over. I think it was really because of that. They were just like so many people were like, oh, I'm not using chat anymore.
Why is it?
Or it might just be the device itself that's expensive.
Got my parents
Mhm.
hooked on it.
I'm not sure, actually. I just,
But I had to buy a new car.
it's expensive.
And like, there was a bunch of Nissan that I told my mom was like, well, she doesn't know. I said, well, why don't you? I didn't have to teach her how to prompt.
Right.
Not the simple question, why should I buy a Nissan? No. What are the current issues on the
Right,
market
right.
with Nissan for why I see many Nissan cars in the car? And then this big description. And she was like, I didn't even.
Yeah. Right, because you don't realize. Yeah. And like you said, like it does take some learning, like how I ask certain questions.
And I follow a bunch of like career
It's not
people
the
on
actual,
Instagram,
like,
finance
big
stuff.
name apps.
Like, hey, how can I elevate my finances with Claudia?
What
Put
do
it in
they
there.
have? Ratings, downloads?
Right.
I would have never thought.
Right, to this thing. Yeah, you ask it really anything.
Right here. 137.
This is a great idea. Here's an
People
app
know about
that
these? Are they
uses
free?
photos for me.
They're free. Looks like they're free.
Well, I mean, free to download. This is got
Content, how it works. Drop 5 photos at once. Pick your platform.
says
select
medical.
buy.
Yeah. So potentially 2 competitors.
Mm-hmm.
You never use these?
No,
You told me to put
I've
this
never
on
seen
Lovable.
anybody use them.
Yeah,
The models are like mod and
like ask it to help come up with a
big name
prompt
ones that people
to
want to
build
use.
an
The
app
ones I
on
sent you
Lovable,
pictures
that
of.
type of
Mm-hmm.
thing.
And I kind of understand because like looking at the little boy play with the device, I really think it's like on my phone the icons are kind of small and like the pictures aren't nice. Like
Mm-hmm.
Lovable.
I thought Lamp was my favorite one until like I got these kids and I started using Pod, and it just has like these cartoony pictures that are like really cute and have really colorful.
Mhm.
So I think they are easier to use, but the problem is that you still have to like search through hundreds of icons to get to what you want to say.
I guess would this prompt work? Hello, I
Yeah.
want to create daily posts through my camera roll. I need an app that will scan my.
I would also
photos and
play
my
around
camera
with
will
those.
Auto create prompts.
And these, I know that
The
these
ones that
aren't.
are in the App
Yeah,
Store.
but those aren't built on AI.
I would say, did you already put it in like Claude?
Nothing
I
is
did,
built
and
on
this
AI
is
yet. Nothing is AI native
And I'm
yet.
like, maybe I didn't prompt it correctly.
Because AI native apps
mean, so
just
what you
kind of
said to
became
it?
a thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like download.
I would say
Yeah.
probably like
Just
the way that I
see what you like about them.
is kind of what Kwame was talking about, like presenting what your current problem is, and then also explaining what the solution looks like in it. So like,
Look nice.
my problem is X, Y, Z, whatever. I want to create a
Why does
solution
it take so
that
long to
can
think
do
for you?
bam, boom, whatever.
Huh?
Make a lovable prompt explaining this, and then go like that.
I don't
'Cause that's
know.
what I've kind of
So type all that in Lovable.
No, type all that.
Possibly. Maybe that's what. I'm gonna look at some of your prompts and see what it is.
Then tell Claude to make a lovable prompt that makes sense for that.
Yeah, and then you copy that prompt over.
Is your app ready yet?
Yeah. I don't like the name though.
What do you, Bloom?
And when
Wow.
it's done, it's probably gonna give like a whole last paragraph of a response.
It's not giving you
That's
life,
what
you
you
said.
go and give to lovable.
But it has recipes, it has journaling prompts, a directory for Black OBs,
Mhm.
therapists.
You should integrate. That's good. You should integrate this tool called e-meal, something like that. E-meal, like food. So basically, what it does is it takes your recipe and automatically creates a grocery list for it and turns it and connects it to your Instacart. And so that'll just make it easy for.
Wait, is that something I have to download or I just tell them?
Ask Lovable if there's an API for email.
What is that? What is that?
Is there an API for email? An API is basically like
Did you go to that
a
Ethiopia
back-end
class?
integration that allows you to use functionality of another app on your app.
What did you get? My friend and I, we got the one that was like $70, the sampler,
No.
and we finished.
Go to
it all.
email doc or like search email somewhere.
I was like, I didn't think I could do it, and we did.
Yeah.
We finished the whole thing.
So yeah, just copy that and be like, does this company offer API integrations?
So like, just is
Go to chat.
I'm on food. Yeah, what?
this is what I told the ChatGPT when I made college. So it's like
Dang, big money.
National Roller Skate Park out the United States and others the world. Like these national roller skates are choose later around different places, prominent cities, whatever. I don't know if you guys want to read this whole thing, but I explained the problem, and then at a certain point, this is when I started to explain the solution. So they still want to build, they still want to
Verify sync dates with what?
I explained it after that.
It was able to connect with that.
It did do it.
Very cool.
So then by the time
It did it with Airbnb and
I
it did
give
it
it
with
back to
Purple.
it,
But right now, for some
by the
reason,
time
it's
it's gonna go through all of that,
it's
it
not
didn't
linking
make
like
all
it did
of
it
this.
before.
And this is
But
what
now
I
it's
then went and put
forgotten
into
to
level
do it.
and then level pretty much made it
So
like
it's letting me book
pretty
in
good.
even if it's
Like
already
a
booked.
good test. Like,
Oh, you might need to tell it to scrape your
now I'm
Verbo
kinda
and
troubleshooting,
Airbnb
so it's
calendar like every hour.
click this button.
I told it
This
to do it
doesn't
every
work.
30 minutes.
Go back to it.
Flushing out the ideas. That's what I'm
I
starting
don't
to
know.
do. Yeah, the school year calm down. I could be like,
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't even know why. Thought for 5 seconds.
It's still thinking. I don't know why it says thought as if it's in the past tense when it's still doing.
Maybe refresh. I think it's your computer. Do you have group me? Do you have group me?
You said groupie?
Yeah.
I haven't used Google Meets.
I was about to say I haven't used that in a minute.
But you don't have group me?
No.
You're not
I used it
in our group chat?
No, I'm not in the group chat, bro.
Are you on WhatsApp?
I feel like I remember I scanned it last time, and now I'm realizing like, oh wait, did I even join? Because I think I had to re-download it too, and then I think I.
I definitely
Dang.
put it down.
Should we have done WhatsApp?
feel
I
like
mean, WhatsApp.
I have WhatsApp. I had to re-download it.
So get Google.
Yeah, for now. Oh. Dang, I'm tired, guys. What you working on over there, Dane?
So I came up with an idea for
It's used for me.
I haven't used it since college.
it's gonna be a hospitality training virtual event.
Trent, you want to get some pics of it, people in the different
Yeah, born and raised in
locations?
Lawrence?
What?
Complex.
Essentially, it's gonna be a hospitality virtual.
You're born and raised here?
No,
I've
born in
learned
Colombia,
employees
raised in
learn
New
from other
Jersey.
employees,
I've been here like
from other
9 years now.
employees. And somewhere down the line, it gets
You
that.
came here for uni?
So my thing was, okay,
Yeah.
what if I come up with a site, a blueprint of how I can help your business there.
Get a McDonald's type.
Take care, baby.
Bye, see you.
Exactly. So now the model is there. The only thing you
So
have to
the
do is
session
just select your,
Yeah.
because everybody gets an employee handbook, but nobody really follows. So I'm like, okay, what's something that people can relate to? We all have standardized testing.
I don't remember the email address I used.
Now we can do.
Oh, for groupie?
Yeah, right, just to
So that
ensure
means
that you
yes.
know the standards that we have for each other.
I know, and now I keep
For you at
opening
this
it, it
job
keeps
site.
asking me to
So
sync my
by the time
contacts.
you
Like, I
actually
just,
No.
get to the actual experience.
That's the thing I don't like. Everything,
You know
they all
all
want to
the
sync up.
knowledge,
right, I'm
verbally,
Like,
writing,
just get called, bro. Like,
and
Right.
multiple choice. So just, 'cause I'm a part of the moral hospitality, so I'm like, and I'm noticing the standard has been declining. It's just because career service don't work anymore. People are just there for a buck, just to get to the next, or just keep the money flowing. So
It's a nice,
people cut
it's
corners.
a nice.
But now we got new people in who watch
they also have yoga,
the
they
new
also have,
people
like,
cut corners.
fitness
Now they
events
just
here,
cut it,
too?
and it's just like, what's going
Yeah.
on?
So they're moving
This is
tables and
steakhouse.
everything. And
Right? And that's
Yeah, I
why
haven't
I'm
come
thinking
from
this is
it,
something
but-
personal. And I know it can be of value because before you even get on the floor,
yeah.
you
They
know
do
what
that.
the
I came to one that was like,
so you know. Right? They're talking about
like
shifting culture.
experience with your senses and like a sound bath and like like getting mirrors.
Yeah.
So yeah, they just do a bunch. I think that the whole
From
premise
my
is
perspective
like,
here, but this is the number one.
as a
economic
member,
boom.
you can host
Tourism
your
is
own
the number
events.
one economic boom here.
So
All these
if
different
you're
restaurants
like
can
someone that
benefit
loves
from it.
yoga, or you're someone
And
that
not even
loves
restaurants. I'm just saying.
fitness, or
Yeah,
you're someone that loves
same.
movie or whatever it is, right?
Business
It's an event space.
needs
Yeah,
something
I think they love like
that.
listening part. They've done listening parties.
I taught it one time. I recorded myself doing it once, and now here you are. So that's the concept, and I'm just giving the prompt to put in Lovable now, and I'll just have it and just make the tweaks.
Yeah.
And I'll just demo it.
it's not too far from my place.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I'm in Gen 2.
I like it.
Okay. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, same thing. I'm like a 5 minute.
And that's the thing, like your job now is to come up with all kinds of ideas and then see which ones stick.
And I was on the way to
You know what I'm
my
saying?
capitalized.
Oh, nice. Okay.
You don't
Yeah,
until you put it out. That's why you build a
Is it
product
Capra
and test
studio
it
around here?
as many times
Yeah.
as you can.
Straight down Broad.
Yeah, he used to go there.
Yeah.
But this was like years ago. This was like 4 or 5 years ago.
The hooked model.
Started doing it. Been pretty.
Yeah. He was when he was into it. He was coming back. He was doing like all sorts of crazy stuff. He was doing like handstands.
That's where I'm learning.
Yeah.
I was intimidated about the acrobats. I'm like, yo, I've never done a cartwheel.
Right.
Been afraid to do one all my life.
Yeah.
But we flushing through it. Like, you go to the park and I practice some of the moves.
Okay,
And I could just see the people just like,
Right.
I be thinking
little
that
bud.
I'm like, I'm not doing this right.
Yeah.
When everyone's like,
Ian Dunlap
she's
said that
actually
he's
kicking
going
it.
30-day ghost mode, building automations for every aspect of everything he does.
Okay.
He's just going in. That's what I want to do. People already said that I've been kind of in the shadows. They feel like I've been in the shadows.
Okay, for sure. But you've been doing the work.
Mm-hmm.
So what's keeping you staying in New Orleans?
I can't post it. Yeah.
Oh, I just love it here.
Yeah, that's really what it is. Been in the
Like,
trenches.
Growing up, love music. I love, do like music.
Did that
production
work?
stuff now. I have a ton of like my friends. And
I
stuff
don't
now.
think it likes you. Maybe you should
Set
like
up.
become a member, and then God would love you.
Yeah, I just feel like it's. I just spent like a couple months in Colombia.
I don't know. I might put a bug in there just for when you use
Yeah,
it.
Medellin. Yeah, and I'm like, yeah.
Don't push it.
But I moved to the States when I was like 1, so I like never lived there. But that was the whole idea. Was like I wanted to go see what it was like to live there, and I was like, oh, I could definitely live here. And I feel like New Orleans is like the closest thing to that. So, like in the U.S.
I got you. I was an English teacher in Spain.
Oh, really? Okay. What part?
In Madrid.
Okay.
So it was nice.
Yeah.
New Orleans kind of the European flair.
Yeah,
And my
yeah.
parents from the Caribbean, so it's like.
Right. Yo, Kwame, do you have the Groovy link?
The what?
The Groovy link?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think last time, like I said, I scanned it and then I had to re-download it and then throw it away.
Yeah, I'm gonna need it. It took me forever to log in. I had to uncover the files. Don't allow. No. Enable, yes. Look at how I take this. Look at you. Look at you.
You're welcome to it. This is gonna be the biggest club at Bear Connect, guys. AI club.
Well, we're a small little group.
It's growing.
Hmm?
She said we're a
It's
small
small,
group. I
right?
said it's growing.
Oh, for now, yeah. For now, it's gonna be the biggest one for sure. Only because it's gonna be the one that has the most of my attention.
I think it's gonna be. This is the only one in New Orleans right now, right?
AI club?
Yeah.
Oh no, we have like tons of clubs here.
I saw yoga, then you have what is it? Line dancing on Mondays.
Hit club.
Wait, Hit Club is here?
Hit club is not here. But it's at the Village.
Where is the Village?
It's like 5 minutes away. It's a gym. But it's a collaboration
Village.
meetup.
Okay.
It's a collaborative club.
I be hearing and seeing this stuff. I'm just like, where is it?
It's on the fly.
Yeah. One time I came, I almost got lost, and then like crazy. Finally today, I saw the picture of the building. So even though Google Maps was trying to play games with me, I was like, the picture on the maps looks like this.
Mm-hmm.
Why is Google Maps making me stop minutes before I get here?
Interesting. Well,
Yes.
maybe I'll see what I can do to make it a little more clear.
No, the picture did it, but it's Google Maps, which I should have used Waze, and even Waze was glitching. I'm like, what?
Those are the original AIs right there. The maps.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, rerouting. You out of here, son?
I was waving at you too, I promise.
See you Saturday morning.
Saturday morning, my queen Erica. I'm gonna instill so much content in my day.
What?
Mostly have been talking on. I started kind of working on something.
Got it. Yeah, we're gonna do a 4-hour live stream.
I'm in.
4 hours.
Yeah, we got.
Still with the outfit, like I don't know. You laughing? Serious. Good night, everyone. It's a pleasure to
See you.
Good night.
How's it going? You should have let me prompt it. I'm just saying, yours could take a while.
Okay, go away and then write a prompt and come back.
Well, I have to understand what I'm writing a prompt to.
Rebuilding my photography website. The training.
I need to build a website.
Yeah. At this point, there's no reason for anybody to not have a website.
Oh yeah, it's from the computer.
Yeah. I was slacking because I was like, I didn't know if it was going to get big or not. And I'm kind of getting to the stage now where I'm like, look,
So are you doing the next
it
limit
doesn't
years
work
again?
out. Try it
I don't think
again.
so. No, she doesn't. Somebody
Because you
did
keep
that.
delaying and delaying, and you could have been done this, you could have done.
Lo-Fi Tribe. They're awesome.
Nice.
Yeah.
See, that's what this whole year has been for me. Stop delaying. Let's do this. I said, I'm going to move.
After the New Year's, I went up.
You want to start this? Let's do it. And in case it didn't work out, try it again.
Nice.
like
Got paid?
Huh?
Got paid?
That's been my whole.
Not yet, but it will.
Yeah.
Either they pay me or I get on my gig and get paid.
Nice. See ya.
See ya.
All right. Let's take a few minutes and
What time you closing up?
add the hackathon.
5 minutes?
Let's start shutting down in 5 minutes. Oh, but let's put this hackathon on the calendar.
Oh yeah. We're gonna talk about what June 21.
Mm-hmm.
What is that?
June 26th. Anything already on that date? No.
No, shut up on TikTok.
You were saying what time? It's 6 to 10.
Maybe midnight? 6 midnight?
I think like once people get going,
Like
if they're
6
going,
until kind of thing.
Like yeah.
Yeah. Demos, like maybe 45 minutes of demos, 30 minutes of demos. It's really like 3
I
minutes.
think it depends how many people. Cause really. So like when we've done them, it's like get it done in 3 minutes. Cause like you're not doing a full pitch. You're just kind of like showing your thing.
Are we gonna have them do decks?
I stray away from it.
I agree. I feel like it's a.
Just because then it's a whole another thing that they gotta learn to do.
We could
but
just
at the
let
same
the
time-
AI create
But I
the
was
deck.
gonna say like what I've started to do for decks and stuff is I'll just tell in the project that I'm building, I'm like, hey, I need a deck that does XYZ thing, because it already has all like the branding, assets, everything.
Maybe consider it.
Yeah.
What if we have a sleepover?
Oh, overnight hackathon.
That's what hackathons.
Typically,
originally were.
yeah.
I think that the ones we've been doing with Level No, but that's what they originally were like.
I mean,
Like we just
but it's so easy to get to the product now. It doesn't take all fucking night. I'm with it, but like, what would we do all night
work on our shit.
until 6?
Imagine like
Oh, it's like, yeah, you gotta stay up, you gotta talk to people, you gotta send.
like as you do it, I feel like you get the synergy is created once you
Uh-huh.
present it to me, right? Like, think about that.
Right.
If you're doing your thing, I'm doing my thing. Hey, check this out. You put it in there, like, hey, this is have a quick little demo.
Kind of like a lock-in.
I mean, yeah, and you could even break it into phases. Where it's like, yeah, build your initial demo,
You got the company.
then let's do a round of demos, right? Then okay, everyone give each other feedback. All right, cool. Now we're gonna work on like, what's your plan for getting users to test this? And like, what are you gonna focus on with user testing? And like, is there anything you can add to the, or like, one.
Honestly, I do think it's a good idea to like, before they leave, they've set up like user testing.
Yeah, right.
What's next? That's
Right.
really the big thing.
Because that's the thing is like people like there are some people that like leave and then it's like you hit them up the next day and they're like, I haven't slept, like I've just been working on this shit. And then there's other people that leave and it's like you hit them up in a month and they're like, oh, I had a ton of fun, but honestly like I forgot about it. Like,
Yeah.
When is the accountability coming up? Like, what?
Yeah, it's these meetups. It's we're gonna do these weekly. It's the pressure of the demo day in the future. We need to figure out some form of incentive.
My group be not working, so
You know what?
it's not working. Trying to text me a link, I'm not getting the text.
Bear
Oh,
Help.
you
Is
said
it a
group
capital
number?
B?
Yeah, group.
I'll show it on my Instagram.
It's capital
Like the
EHR.
group where you're just not even able to.
The
log
B
in.
is lowercase.
Log in.
Yeah.
So I said, let me get help.
Use my phone.
Do you have WhatsApp?
Yeah.
I feel like WhatsApp might be.
You know what we're gonna actually do? BEHR. And you could tag me in the H. So it stands for Black Electronic Health Record.
So
Oh,
BEHR.
that's my old phone number. That's why.
Someone's probably like,
What's in that? Question mark? Is that possible?
How's it gonna be? Isn't it? Erase that L. At there.
Yeah. Do you have the app? Have you seen it? Like,
I didn't tell me.
Mm-hmm.
it's right there. Left side.
All right, so we'll put it on the calendar for 6 to midnight.
okay.
Mm-mm.
We have to check, that's gonna.
Yeah, maybe for you, based on your experience. What are we titling it? AI Club, Demo Day, / Hackathon, or I know it's pretty straightforward, but.
I think for now, but I think we can come up with like a.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
So we're doing a demo day / hackathon for AI Club once a month, starting on June 26th from 6 p.m. to midnight. It'll start off with arrival, check-in, socializing and stuff like that. And then we'll do maybe 30 minutes of demos where people who have been working on something present their products, their projects. And then after the demos, there's another brief intermission. People get into their teams, and then by 7:30, the hackathon begins. So from 7:30, more or less until people are done with whatever it is that they're building, which is getting to the point of being ready for user testing. Then we use that time for that. And that's pretty much the event, but generate a description for our Luma page.
I think I got it, bro.
Hmm.
I did some.
Add some bolding.
So turning your business into a self-training system. So you're uploading your company's knowledge, training every employee consistently, reducing operation chaos with AI-powered onboarding and workforce intelligence.
Company brain.
Yeah. I'm just looking.
That's
at
my
it, and it's
favorite
just
thing.
So crazy. So most businesses run on tribal knowledge. I was telling Kwame, people work at places who teach other people, and then they teach other people, and like whatever. Just like the game telephone. If I tell you something, it comes back. By the time it gets back to me, it's not the same. So where does the buck stop? Like where does that lie? So it works until it doesn't, right? The hands off breaks, the standard slips, the cost shows up in complaints and chaos. So
But I didn't realize you were reading AI, but I was like, boy, you sound like AI.
my brother, he was like, hey, you're not using ChatGPT right now. People switch to Claude, but I'm still loyal to ChatGPT. I know they're going to make a nice comeback. Because, anyway.
Oh shit, that's crazy.
What?
It's not really. Continue.
Oh, my bad. I was just... So 3 steps to self-training company. So it's no course built in, no instructors designed team, no operation, become a living, learning system. So number 1, you upload your business system. Number 2, AI converts them into interactive training. And the last thing is employees are operational ready. An operational system for your workflows. So you have an AI training assistant, 24/7 coaching, SOP knowledge, and one-based interactive stimulation. You can do the certification tracking, role-based training, analyzing dashboards. But the most important piece that I really want to convey is the white labeling brand, right? Because most restaurants, they don't only have one, they probably have 2, but it's named something different. So you can literally just create the app for whatever it is and just have this to come in and just kind of take all of the stuff that's applicable and apply it to all of them. So that was just something I came up with as we were talking. I had to write it down because I'm like, I'm in this. I'm a server at the steakhouse, and it's just like, I see it. So yesterday, I was having a conversation with a young lady, and this is how I know it's important, right? Real life feedback. She just started, but she comes from another. So it's a part of Morrow's hospitality. She came from Morrow's, the original one, and she's coming to the steakhouse. She was told that she'll be a good fit because she knows about wine and stuff like that. But you don't really have that clientele there. So she's there, and she was telling the manager, because it was slow and raining, she was like, can I go home since I don't have anything else to do today and I'm going to be on the floor tomorrow? And the manager was like, sit with Dane for a minute, because I was in there folding napkins, just kind of waiting on the table. Like, sit with Dane for a minute, just talk to her. So I'm sitting there. I'm like, what you know? She's like, I know everything. I'm like, So I just went to challenge her on certain things and just telling her, she's like, oh, I don't know. I was like, but if you did know, what would you know? She's like, So her brain went to thinking in that way. She was like, help me to think like that. And I'm like, this is what I learned this from a seasonal server. Somebody who was a career long server. He was like very meticulous and not lazy and paid attention to detail. So he transformed that to me.
Trenton's here.
So I'll just share it with you all because I came up with this lovable situation. It's cool, man. It just looks like it could be something bigger than what it is. So from here, this is where I'm going to rely on you two. Where do you go with this? So my boy, he's the AGM, operational GM. What do I do with it? I say, hey, I got this for the company.
Yeah,
that's the next thing.
right. Yeah.
You come up and make it nice and pretty, but like, what are we gonna?
Yeah.
How do you bring it to market?
And what problem is it solving again?
It's solving the inefficiencies and the inconsistencies and standards of businesses. But
And how is it going to track all of that now?
How's it going to track it? So based on this, it's going to allow them to be able to test their knowledge. So based on the standards that they already have, there's already handbooks that nobody ever reads. So it's going to make you refresh on that information and just track and see where you are. And if you don't know, you won't be able to get on the floor.
So how often are how often are employees like needing to reference the handbook, for example. Not that like they ever really do, but like how often is it a thought to like, oh, let me see what the actual rule is on this?
Never.
I was about to say,
Never.
any handbook I ever had from a job, that shit
No.
goes in the.
The thing is, they're gonna ask somebody else who's been there, or they'll ask the manager who really don't know, and they'll give them an answer. Now that's the standard, right? But there's actually a real answer in the handbook for everything.
So one thing that I created for our internal ops tool was a chat bot that basically was trained on the admin portal manual for our app. So the admin portal is where we create all of our push notifications, challenges, basically all of the content that exists within the app. It's a very robust manual. I don't know how many pages, but hundreds of pages of documentation on how to do everything within the app in the admin portal. And so, for someone to be completely proficient on that is really hard. And so what I did is I uploaded all those documents and said create a chatbot where I can just ask this chatbot, how to do this particular thing in the admin portal, and then they give me a step-by-step on how to do that. If you can go to businesses and get their manuals and upload them and then create a chatbot based on this information, then there's no confusion as to what you're supposed to do with a particular, operation. You know what I'm saying? I would then also add like some sort of like communication feed where employees can communicate with each other in real time.
And then this is also kind of off the wall, but I think of like Duolingo, because I think that when you gamify things, it just makes it a much more enjoyable experience. So like, if as everyone who's an employee, or like everyone who's a server is added to this game per se, right? And it's like, whoever has the most brand knowledge, they move up the leaderboard. Whoever's at the top of the leaderboard gets a reward of some sort. So, because I feel like people act off incentives more than like, niggas not gonna go learn a brand guide just to learn it. Like, obviously very specific people will, but for the most part, people act on incentives more than without. So if you could gamify it and make it to where it's some type of reward for people actually like taking the stuff serious and actually learning it, I just think it's more sexy that way.
I love that. And also going back to what we talked about a couple weeks ago, when you make it something that people are familiar with, right? Something that you can actually remember being a part of. Remember your streak on Duolingo. Something totally different.
Yeah, I think that's the second step, right? Like, let's say.
Let's go to the first step.
The first step is a chatbot that is informed on the manual.
So you're saying don't create the app or just create a chat.
I would say I can create a chatbot for your company manual or whatever. What is it called?
Yeah.
That's what it's called. Handbook. Yeah. I can create a chatbot that way people can just ask it what they're supposed to do if they ever have a question in this particular situation, how to fold them a napkin, how to how to whatever. If you don't have one, I can also help you create a handbook or a standard operating procedures. I would do those two things, and then you can give this to your employees. And if they ever have any questions about anything, like they find themselves in the middle of like, oh, what am I supposed to do with this? It can do that. That's what I would start with.
So create a chatbot
That's trained on the handbook.
So you created chatbots through Lovable?
Okay.
I have
Yeah.
to see what that's like.
Like my grandfather, he just wrote a book, right? And he's like promoting it, selling it, and stuff like that. I got a copy of his book on Microsoft Word, and I'm gonna upload it and be like, create a chatbot based on this, autobiography of my grandfather. And so it's going to answer questions like my grandfather or what my grandfather's wisdom would be. You know what I'm saying?
It's priceless, and it's timeless as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You really do anything with this?
So create a chatbot.
That's what I would do. And I would go to businesses and
Or
again, I don't know how big of a problem that is, like, but I do think it would be helpful. Like, I think people stopped having the thought of referencing a handbook because the process of referencing the handbook is just what pay.
looking at the existing handbook.
It's still gonna handle somebody go away, right?
Mm-hmm.
If it's not getting
You out of here?
put it in the
Yep, I'm pushing out.
Real quick, have you completed your health score assessment on the app yet?
Like,
Let's check.
you know, I think the thing with like AI now is like you don't have to sell someone on the idea; you can show it to them. But I think still going in with a bit of curiosity.
Before you leave, complete that
So,
really
like,
quick for
asking
me.
them questions.
So the main feature of
Like,
our app and the main
like,
premise
hey,
of what we do
I got
here
this
is that we're
chatbot,
trying to
I want you to try
maximize
it
health
out.
in the black
But I
community.
really like understand.
Everybody gets a health score between 0 and 1,000
You know,
that represents your overall
when
health.
an employee has a
And then it
question,
changes in real time
or doesn't
depending
know
on how
what to
you
do, like,
change.
How is that getting in?
And so you're going to answer these questions,
It's
you're
like
going to get an
then
initial
ideally you
score,
want
and
them
then
to
we're going
tell
to
you,
use
like-
this space and the community to help
And then to
elevate
tell
the
you
score.
like this is a problem, right? Because then you could be like, oh, there's a problem. Well, I got a solution for you, right? Like at the end of the day, you're still, even though you're not charging them,
Let's see.
you're still selling,
Right. They're selling. They're giving you the solution
right?
by telling you what their pain points are.
Right. And that's the thing. Like I think like you need to go into businesses, even though you work in one, right? If you had to say, not based on what you think would necessarily be better, just because you think it would be better, but you think there's a serious pain point, what would you say a serious pain point is right now for Larry Morrow, for example?
No cohesiveness.
No cohesiveness,
And it's
meaning
top on down. So I'll just start at the level that
when you say cohesive, meaning like,
where it's like I do it this way, you do it that way.
and he wants cohesion.
Yes, everybody wants it to be a level.
Mm-hmm.
Like, no matter who's there, you're gonna get that exact same experience.
Mm-hmm.
But that's really an issue right now, where it's like that's not how we do it.
Mm-hmm. How many times has he like mentioned this? You feel
So
like?
our pre-shift's about 30 minutes long, man. Just talking about the standard, what's expected. Yeah, we go through it, we study it, all that stuff. But
What are y'all studying in the pre-shift?
So they give us like a pre-shift notes, the specials, the wine that we're featuring, the steps of services, any additional information.
It's kind of different every time.
They try to make sure that we have a different feature, but for the most part, it's the same.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm looking through the app.
I even.
You already did your assessment?
Yes, I did. I
That's
have
quick.
5.
I even feel like that's a different
47, okay, in the fair range.
problem.
Or am I
That's
good?
that's
PHU?
a clear like.
Set up that
Hey, you
fire
spend
crawl
30 minutes.
to
Everyone
get
spends 30
the fire
minutes
crawler,
on
the
the
agent
clock.
to go and
Hey,
find all of the events in the
doing
world for that.
I could speed this. I could like make this experience better for you. Like there's a clear there's clear value. Like
Oh, you
this
got
is
a lot of sports.
Mhm.
Theater? What?
you know like this is time, this is energy,
I
this is
guess
money you're
karate.
spending every single day doing this thing, and like versus like I think that there's still an opportunity
I'm
with
gonna
the
say
other
1
one,
hour.
but that seems like a clear.
What are you doing right
opportunity
now?
Based on even
I'm
just
trying to
like what's
calculate my
going on
fitness
today, whereas the other like basically.
Oh no,
I
this
think
is
the
looks like you're
question, right,
logging
like,
a workout.
even
Yeah,
if
I'm
the
gonna log a
problem,
workout, so.
like, if he has.
Oh, you
just did
karate?
Cohesiveness is a
Yesterday.
problem. So
Nice.
maybe he said,
Nice.
oh, you know, X, Y, Z other thing is a problem, and point is you want him to tell you this is a problem I have that fits with what you're solving, even if it's not what you think it is right now. Right? So if you might think the problem right now is like
Okay, how do I-
training,
how
right?
do I
Or the
put
problem
1
right
hour?
now is
How do you
someone
do
not
what?
knowing where
How
to
do I
get the
put
answer
1
to the
hour?
problem. Like there might be
1
5
hour?
different
Yeah.
problems that you might think it is. You want him to tell you
It's
this
giving me
is
the-
what I really
Is it
am
a-
struggling with, because then that's really what he's gonna ultimately like. You know, the other
60
thing he might be like,
minutes.
oh, this is cool, but is it a nice to have, or is this like this is a problem I've been dealing with and sitting with and thinking with, and you just brought me the solution for that? Like, here's my money, right?
Is it necessary?
Right. Like there's this whole
Important but not urgent.
and it's this whole premise of
Yeah,
like
so
a gunshot wound
I
problem
guess that
versus like
clock
an accident
conversion is a little
problem. Right? Like
funky.
if I have a headache, like
You just go to the
yeah,
keyboard
an
and
aspirin
talk.
might help me, but like I could also survive. Versus like I'm bleeding out, like I need a solution for this, and like so it's like what are you solving a nice to have problem, or are you solving like a really deep core problem? Like
I'll need to press start.
Thank you for
Okay.
that. Appreciate it. This is good. It was more informative. I was able to pull this off and I'll
Now it's dope.
get into it
I think it's fire.
even more. Bro, let me talk to you about the relationship too.
Oh yeah, I can't refer to her as that anymore. I said I can't refer to her as that anymore.
Interesting, because I just had to pull back and it's simple.
Yeah, man.
I just want a companion. I don't want somebody to support me. I want it to be fun.
Nice, this looks clean. But yeah, I think offering companies their own chatbot to start with, and then as problems emerge, as questions are asked, and you build, as pain points emerge, then you build around that. You know,
Do you also have a calorie tracker?
for food intake,
Yeah,
no,
not yet.
not yet,
Not yet.
not yet. Good answer. Yeah, we've rebuilt the new app already, and it'll have a lot more stuff. But yeah, man, it's in the calendar. I'm about to send you the link, Diego.
Definitely take care of this. I'm trying to lose weight, and I'm really getting serious about tracking these calories, like literally doing it.
You should do 1 million steps in a month.
I
You'll
bet I
you'll
will.
lose
that what last year?
you'll lose 20 pounds. No. So, look at this, bro.
Are you doing it again?
No, not me.
Oh,
I did 2 million steps last year.
that's what it was.
Look, this is for this month. These two people are about to hit 1 million.
Wow.
Okay.
It tracks steps, or does it just kind of clear like all that?
Connects to Health app.
Okay,
Or whatever app they use.
Right.
Yeah.
Put it on your dog and just let him.
Dogs don't walk this much, man.
One of my previous coworkers, she was on that mission last year.
Mm-hmm.
And I told her to run, just put on a dog and let it run. And she was like, ah! I was like, okay. She's really adamant, though. So she's really going to do this. And I don't blame her.
Peace out,
I
chat.
guess I was always trying to find easy steps.
Y'all say peace to the chat.